Okay, students, let's start with this. Now, before we start the Excel, let me tell you what is database. Now, database is a collection of information related to a particular subject. Suppose you want to keep a record of your friend's phone number. So, what will you use? You will use a phone book. You want to keep the record of the addresses for your relatives and friends. You will use an address book. Suppose you also get the slam book filled with your friends where they type their favorite color, favorite thing, and all such things. So this is a database. You are basically collecting data from your known people regarding some issue or some point. Same as we have a list of books in library, or the record of students kept in the school, record of patients kept in the hospital. All these are the example of databases. Now, as you have learned in your previous classes how to enter simple data in Excel worksheet. So here I have already entered data in Excel worksheet. As you can see, there is a month, employee number, initial, sales, incentive. Now, what are all these? These are called field names. Okay. And under these field names, you have entered the detail for the month of January, then for the month of February, April, March, and so on. Now, here, what do we call this? Jan, Anu Sharma, AS, and 2045. This is the record for the month of January, whereas month, employee number, initial, they are field names or fields. So you can say that field is a column within a database like month, Jan, Feb, March, April, whereas a record is a row in a database like Jan Anu Sharma AS 2045. That is the record for the month of Jan. As it is highlighted here, the record for the month of May. Let's summarize this. Field is a column within a database that contains similar type of data, whereas record is a row in a database that consists of information about one person or one object. Now what you see on your screen are different types of form that you have to fill when you go for your registration in school, or you go to a gym, or you participate in some event. So why we fill these forms? These forms are filled to create the database. What happened? The organizers collect the information like your name, age, then your address, telephone number. So all this information is used to create database. Now, previous classes you have learned to simply type in Excel and create the data. But now in class 7th you will learn that how we can create a database with the help of a form. Come, let's see that. Now I have already opened the Excel window. As you can see here, I have entered the field names like roll number, name, English, Hindi, maths, total, and all these things. Now I want to enter the data here by using form. Now how will we start? You will click on the file menu. In the file menu, you will find this option. Click on the option. A new window will open. Here, you will see here on the left hand side, quick access toolbar. Click on this. Now when you will see, it will show you all the popular commands. Now click here and select commands not in the ribbon. When you will click on this, it will give you the list of commands which are not there on the ribbon. So we will scroll it down and we will find the form. So here it is, form. You will click on it. Once you click and you click on add. So form is added on the quick access toolbar. Click on OK. When you click OK, you can see here on your quick access toolbar, this is the icon for form. Now to start the entry in the database through form, you have to click on the cell 1. The field names are there. Just click on first field name. Go to the forms. A window will open. Click on OK. this type, you will see a form window will open. All these titles that I have written here are here. See, roll number, name, English, Hindi, maths, total. We have here option for new record. If you want to add more after adding one, then to find the record, find the next record. Criteria will be explained to you later in chapter 3. And close is just to close the form window. Now let's enter one record. Suppose I want to enter here roll number 101. Enter the name, enter the marks, child scored out of, let's say, we are entering out of 100. Now here again I let's say, now total I am not entering. Why? Because that we will find through AutoSum. Now after this, click on new record. Once I click on new record, you see automatically this record is entered here in the table. Now you will enter the next record, and like this you can enter the records as many as you want. Suppose you are creating a list of your friends, so you can insert the name of your friends and their address details and all such things like this. See, it is here. Understood how to add record? Now we will be learning how to sort the data. Now what is sorting? Sorting means arranging the data in any ascending or descending order. Like if I want to arrange these names, I will arrange them in alphabetical order, A to Z or Z to A. Suppose I want to arrange these numbers, so I will arrange them from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So to do this type of a sorting in Excel, we use sort command. Now where will you find the sort command? Here you will see in the data tab. This is sort option. Now to start the sort option, what will you do? First you select, click here anywhere in the cell. Now click on sort. When you will click on sort, a window will open. See, and this whole data is selected. Now how you want to sort this data? You want to sort by, click here, whatever field names are there, you can see all the field names are here. I want to sort by name. Click on name. How do you want the data to be sort? A to Z, or you want it Z to A? I click on A to Z and then click on OK. See, the data is sort in a alphabetical order. Amit, Anju, Bhanu, Chitra and Manju. Understood how to do sorting? And you will also notice that the roll numbers and marks also are arranged as per the name, so that the record is same for the same child. After this, now let's learn how to do a simple filtering. To filter the data, filter means to find the specific data which satisfy our criteria or which satisfy our value. Suppose here I want to know the students who are scoring marks below 50. So how will I find that? Here so you have only four datas, four or five entry, but in a database you have thousands and thousands of entry. It becomes very difficult to find. So in that situation we use filter option. Now to filter data, we will again go on data tab. Here you will find this filter option. When you will click on filter option, you will see the arrows are here, small arrows. Through this you can filter the data. Now suppose I want to filter the marks of English. Click here. Now how you want to filter? I said that I want to see the students who have scored less than 50. So 67, 70, 78, I don't need these records. So tick on them so that they are hidden and then click on OK. When you will do that, it will show you the record of only those students who have scored marks below 50 in English. Now if you want to see all of them, click back here again and click on select all. So all the records will be visible. So you can say that filtering is a type of selecting data which fulfill a specific criteria. Now we have learned about simple sorting and simple filtering. Now we will learn about advanced way of sorting data. under 2 or 3 fields and advanced way of filtering data also. Now let's see how to do it. To start with the sorting, click on the data tab again. When you will select anywhere in the cell, click on the data tab. In the sort group, you will click here. See, it is already giving you sort by salary option. Suppose I want to sort it as per the department and I want it to be in ascending order A to Z. Now within the department, suppose I want to sort it as the salary. So I click on add level, click here salary. Now within the department, see, this is the sales department, purchase department. Within the department, I want the salaries to be arranged from, let's say, largest to smallest. Now click on OK. See, you can see the change here. See, sale Ganesh, highest salary, then Kavita, and then Sumita. Let's reverse this order and see the effect. Instead of largest, we make it smallest to largest. Click on OK. Now see here, Sumita with 8,000 is here, then it is Kavita, and then Ganesh. So within the department, it has arranged the salaries in increasing or decreasing order. So where here we have done two sorting, one at the department level, another at the salary level. Is this clear, students? Now I will tell you how to do advanced filtering. Let's undo all this that we have done. To start with the advanced filtering, we will first insert 3 rows above it. Go to insert tab, select entire row, click on OK, and we are going to insert 3 rows. After inserting 3 rows, we will select the field name and copy it. Paste it here on the first row. After this, we'll again go to the data tab. Now, how you want to filter the data. Suppose I want to filter the data on the basis of salary. I want all those who have salary, let's say, of rupees 10,000. I want the name of those employees. So how will I find the name of those employees? For this, I will use advanced filter option. Again, in the data tab, I click on advanced. Before you click on advanced, click anywhere here, then click on advanced filter. When you will click on advanced filter, already a window is opened here. You will see filter the list in the place, copy to another location. We will click on copy to another location. Here already a list of range is written. Now what is this list range? If you notice, this is $A$4. It means this is A4, A, and this is 4, A4 to D, and this is 13, last cell. So this whole range of A4 to D13 is written here. To write the cell address, we are using here $sign. Now, how you want to, where is your criteria written? Your criteria is written here, on the basis of which you want to filter the data. So here we will type the criteria range. Click here and write here $A, then $1. After that, we'll put a semicolon sign, then $D, and 2. Why I have written C? $A, $1. This is where my range is starting, criteria and field is starting, and D2. Here is my criteria on which I want the filtering to be done. Now where you want to copy the data, suppose I want whatever data is copied here should be pasted here. So here I can type the cell address. Suppose this is F. I type F4 and $IFS4. Now click on OK. See what happened? The record of executives or the members who have salary of rupees 10,000 are filtered from this record to this place. Is this clear? Now we will learn about data validation. Now what is data validation? It restricts the data entry on the basis of a condition or a criteria. Now look here in this table, I have already entered few records. Now here I want to enter the incentives for these employees. So I want that these employees should be given incentive between some range. So what we can do is we will just simply select the area where you want to apply data validation. Now go on data tab. In the data tab you will find this. Here it is in the data tools, data validation option. Click on this. When you will click on it, a window will open. Now here in this window we are going to set the standards that we want. Now how, like, you want to allow any value to be entered in the cell, or you want to allow whole numbers to be entered, or you want to allow a decimal to be entered, or a list, or a time or date. So whatever you want the user to enter in that cell, you will define that. Suppose I want that a whole number is entered. Click on whole number. Now here you can set the limit, what or how much data you want to insert, want the user to insert. Suppose I want the user to insert a data between. So here I define the minimum value, that the value should be 1000 minimum and the maximum should be, let's say, 3000, and then you click on OK. Now what happened when I start entering data here? Suppose I enter here 500. What happened? A error message will appear. It will say that you cannot enter data as it is not in the range which is specified. So we again click on retry. Now here, now I enter, let's say, 2000. So you see it is taking the value. If I write 4000, what happened? Again it is not taking. Why? Because I have set the range of 1000 to 3000. Now let's undo it, and let's specify another data range. Just check it once again. I click here again on data validation. Instead of less than, I say let it be greater than. Now minimum value, whatever you want, here it is 2000. You can change it also. Suppose I want the minimum value to be 1000. Write 1000, click on OK. Now when I start entering here, and if I enter, let's say, 2000, it will take it. Suppose I enter one, let's say, 110. It will not take. Why? Because this is less than the value which you have already defined. Is this clear, students? Now we will use another feature of Excel, that is adding subtotal in a database. Now what is subtotal? This feature in database help us to manage, analyze and extract specific information from the rows of related data. Now how to apply it? See, I have created a table here where I have serial number, sales, month and details of the employees. Now here I want the subtotal for the month, that what is the salary given in the month of October, total salary, what is the total salary given in the month of November. So to do this I will use the subtotal option. How will I do it? Click on the data tab. In the data tab you will find subtotal option here in the outline. Can you see it here? Now here you have a subtotal option. Click on subtotal. When you click on subtotal, a window will open. Now how you want to do the subtotal? First we will select at each month. Here we have option, you want the subtotal for the sales for the month. So I select here month. Then which, what do you want to do the total? To get the total you want sum, select sum. Now I want to sum of the salaries given for the month. So I select here the sales option, and then you click on OK. Once you click on OK, see here you get the subtotal for the month of October and the subtotal for the month of November. So this is the salary given in the month of October to all the employees, and this is the salary given in the month of November. This is how we find the subtotal in a table. Now the next thing in this chapter is about the pivot table. Now what are these pivot table? Pivot tables are the powerful tool for consolidating, summarizing, and presenting data. Suppose this is the complete data given to you. You want to summarize it on a specific criteria, on a specific value. So you can use pivot table option. Now, how will we use this pivot table option? For this, I have already entered a data here. You can see that this is the data. Now, we will just select the table for which we want to create the pivot table. Go to insert tab. In the insert tab, you have this pivot table option. Click on pivot table option. When you will click on pivot table option, a pivot table dialog box will appear. See here, the range is selected. This data that I have entered, this range that is mentioned here, sheet 1. This is sheet 1. Then dollar sign and $1. Now dollar sign is used to represent the cell address. We use them with the cell address. Now where you want to create the new pivot table, if you want to create on a new worksheet, click on new worksheet. If you want here on the existing, click on existing. I'm clicking on new worksheet and I click on OK. When I click on OK, see here I am on a new worksheet. This was sheet 1, this is sheet 4, and on my new worksheet I have this pivot table dialog box here, and this also with me here, pivot table dialog box. Now here I want to display the name fields. You can see here I have the fields. I want to display the name fields. So you just click on the field and drag it. Suppose I want the name to be present in the row. So it is here in the row. Now I want, let's say, the departments to be visible in the column, right? Then the next thing I want, suppose I want the salary. So click on salary and then drag it to the value option. See here, this is a pivot table that has appeared and summarized. There are no other fields available here, designation and all that is disappeared. Whatever I want to summarize, I'm able to summarize here.